The CIO Survival Guide was first launched in 2013 by the National ICT Agency, MDeC, and the market intelligence firm IDC to help Malaysian CIOs to meet challenges in a rapidly changing market. The theme for this year, Survival of the Cloud Fittest, is to encourage Malaysian organizations of all sizes to speed up their adoption of cloud computing. We invited some of the CIOs to share their thoughts about the state of cloud adoption in Malaysia in 2014.
The CIO Survival Guide program, I think, is a good the step in the right direction from MDeC and IDC to help CIO with the adoption of the cloud technology. Hopefully through these sessions I can learn more from IDC as well as MDC. I think there's a lot of talk about cloud. However, the players in cloud technology must also understand the need of the user environment and making sure that some of the concerns that they have are fully met before they can actually fully embark on cloud.
Okay, some of the challenges that we face as a CIO and IT head. So one is, of course, to consolidate the business processes. We have quite a number of subsidiary companies surrounding Malaysia and regional. How can we bring the shared services into in a single consolidate using cloud?
So I think cloud is one of the latest development over the years, but it is not possible for top management to roll out something of a cloud in overnight in a very fast mode. So certainly organizations who have some background history of knowing technology, adopting the basic ones, gradually moving towards this. So it's basically a journey, not just like maybe a CIO's mission to roll out cloud, but it's organizational journey where organization has to gradually move towards. So in my organization, KPJ Healthcare, our top management, actually we had adopted the technology itself about 20 years ago. So once it was like a gradual shift, automatic shift from one successful implementation of a system to a next, to adopting the more advanced one, which was cloud. And we are the first in this region to go to take a hospital about 80 to 90% of workloads in the cloud, which is a huge success for KPJ Healthcare.
Well, Malaysia is no exception compared to any other countries in the world. Today's working population are global citizens. One of the areas that we are lacking is in terms of pay scale. Another area is ready-to-market graduates. So definitely, MDeC can play, and MDeC and government can play a major role in this aspect, in ensuring that fresh graduates who come out into the workforce are ready to be employed. They have to look at the syllabus. They also have to look at working with multinationals and local conglomerates to ensure that some of the students are placed at the right organizations to learn practical experience while they're taking their courses, so that when they come out into the workforce, they are ready to be employed. So we need to seriously look at that. That's one aspect of it. The other aspect is we need to raise the salary level to the level that is comparable to the world, because we are now a global citizens. So if the salary of the skilled labor in Malaysia are lagging far behind, say, Singapore, you can see a lot of exodus of people from Malaysia to Singapore. So these two will play a major role, and I'm sure MDeC and government, through various means in terms of syllabus and funding people, even those who are currently employed, with additional skills to get them ready, and also finally in terms of looking at the remuneration, bringing up, you want to be a high-income nation, that's one way to support it.
The top three challenges is typically if we can get the regulator, maybe people like MDeC, to push technology in terms of, if you were to connect up all your building, you can get certain certification, that will drive the property value goes up. So that's important. because we're still talking about back to incentive, actually, when it comes to this industry. And the second thing, create more awareness, and typically showcase to the senior management that there's a lot of values created from here. The values, of course, will drive experience, will drive revenue, will drive your customers coming to your properties, coming to buy your properties, coming to rent your properties, and so on and so forth. I think that's important. And I think the third one here is, if you ask me, a lot of when we involve all these IDC events, MDeC event, probably we can get those senior executives in, instead of just inviting IT people. Because you have to remember, IT people, they are not exactly a decision maker.
Few of the important challenges are like you know very well that KPJ Healthcare has already rolled out cloud last year, and we are running 4 hospitals successfully on this cloud, along with few hospitals on virtualized mode and few on the old client-based systems. But going onto the cloud, the important difficulties which we had were change management.
I talk from the perspective of my role in the organization. Of course, I actually talk in terms of when we use cloud, how does it help us to go to market faster, all right? How does it help us to speed up our processes? How does it help us to lower down our operation costs? Or how does it help us to drive new revenue stream? Actually, that's the whole idea behind that. So that sort of awareness has been communicated to our management. But the challenge here has always been we don't actually have many case study across our industry. Like this case, actually, we don't have a lot of adopter.
In currently Hitachi Electronic, we are in the consolidating many shared services. So these services, we are having looking at a good platform where the new startup company, new application, where we can consolidate, and using cloud as a direction, where we have a quite number of data centers.
No exception compared to any other countries in the world. Today's working population are global citizens. One of the areas that we are lacking is in terms of pay scale. Another area is ready-to-market graduates. So definitely MDeC can play, and MDeC and government can play a major role in this aspect, in ensuring that fresh graduates who come out into the workforce are ready to be employed. They have to look at the syllabus. They also have to look at working with multinationals and local conglomerates to ensure that some of the students are placed at the right organizations to learn practical experience while they're taking their courses, so that when they come out into the workforce, they are ready to be employed.
To complete this overview, we asked one of the visiting speakers at this year's CIO Survival Guide, Mark Munoz, who is founder and executive director of InvestLab Technology, which provides technology and services for the global investing market, for his take on the state of cloud play in Malaysia.
Sure. When I look around Asia and I see other CIOs outside of Malaysia, I find that they're already adopting a lot of cloud technologies and a lot of services. So when I look at Malaysia, I'm seeing that adoption is not as fast, but that doesn't mean it's not taking a lot of consideration from them. I think the CIOs in Malaysia in particular are taking a very careful look as to what's best for their organization, how they're working with the local policies and regulatory environments to make sure that they're delivering the right tools and the right services first. The CIOs are working much closer with the business lines today, and that's important because they have to get out of the mindset of I'm just a technology person looking to lower cost. It's how am I increasing the business's productivity? And the productivity can be for, obviously for efficiency reasons, but also making their services more effective within the entire organization. When I look around the region again and I work with other CIOs, they have a very clear policy and assessment documentation that they go through through, and it can be legacy and it can be new for the cloud. So I think one of the practices for Malaysia CIOs is to reach out and find those types of documents to review so that they know how to better prepare themselves for different cloud technologies coming through. And then, of course, working with MDeC, it's the ability for them to communicate what's successful in their business and share that with others in the community. I think it's really important that the CIOs have an environment where they can be free and open to discuss the challenges that they have as CIOs and the challenges that they have in adopting more cloud services. I'd say stop being CIOs. Think about how you can be a business leader. And you have a great technology background. You have a great technology toolkit. But now it's about using that toolkit to apply to the business.